Aries, welcome to your hopes, fears, and reality spread. As I mentioned before, I'm in the process of moving from Illinois to Texas, and I am here in Texas, but my furniture has not made it yet, so send good vibes out into the universe for me, please. With that being said, I am sitting on the floor and uploading the reads anyway, because I said I would continue to post even if it was inconvenient. I have no furniture and I have no internet, so me getting this upload will be amazing. But I'm gonna do it. I'm determined. That being said, here you are trying not to make changes to this uncomfortable situation, okay? There's a discomfort that you're sitting in, that you're wallowing in, and you're hoping not to make changes out of fear that you're going to make the situation worse. It's kind of like you're walking on eggshells and you're hoping not to disturb those eggshells. You know, you're in a boat and you're hoping not to rock the boat. Things have become uncomfortable. But ultimately, you feel that anything you do might make it worse. So you're just getting used to that level of uncomfortability. The fear is that you are holding on to something that no longer serves a purpose because you just can't bear the ending of a situation. And the reality is that you have the type of anxiety that keeps you up at night. It's difficult for you to sleep in the evenings. And there isn't a whole lot of hope. There isn't a whole lot of communication between you and another person. You're bidding for that person's attention constantly, but you're not getting what you want out of the situation because you're not being direct, which is strange because Aries are usually very direct. That might be why you're not getting what you want, because the person that you're dealing with is used to you being direct and you're just kind of dancing around the subject. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for you. It's stressful. See, ultimately, you don't have a strategy to fix the situation, which is why you're not being direct. As it turns out, this situation has more control over you than you have of it, and you feel that time just keeps moving forward, and the situation isn't getting any better, and it isn't getting any worse, hence being uncomfortable and trying to get used to that discomfort. There was an opportunity to fix it, and you missed it. It's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up. This is one of those hindsight is 2020 things where it's like you wouldn't have known the situation. You wouldn't have known the time was right to fix the situation when you were in it. But now that you're looking back, you're like, oh, I could have done this and I should have done this and I would have done this. But be mindful of getting caught up on the coulda, woulda, shouldas, because ultimately you didn't, and this is the aftermath that you have to deal with. You have the Four of Pentacles in the upright and the Four of Swords in the inverse. So in your head, you keep going back and forth between whether you feel stable or not. Okay? Because right when you take count of everything you have and you see where you're at, you start to feel good about it. But then you look at those coulda, woulda, shouldas from the past, you get to reflecting, and that's when you get uncomfortable about it. Aries, I almost want to say that a lot of this is in your head. You see, you're overthinking a situation because you want to come to this person or you want to show up for this person just right. But ultimately, the longer you delay it, the less right it's going to be. Does that make sense? I hope so. It seems to me, Aries, like you should fall back into old habits and just speak exactly what's on your mind. Because dancing around the subject and walking on eggshells is hurting you a lot. This isn't the way you're used to moving, and it shows. So the other party involved, be it a personal relationship, like a friend, a family member, maybe even a lover, or be it about vocation or finance, ultimately, all the other person knows is what you tell them because they're used to you telling them exactly what's up. So if you're not telling them and they notice something is wrong, they're probably sitting there thinking, well, when they're ready to talk, they'll talk. And you're sitting there bidding for their attention, like, why don't they realize I need to talk, but I want them to initiate? Aries, I hope you found a message that serves your highest good. I wish you luck in this particular situation, and I will see you next week. Hopefully I'll have furniture.